In Paul D. Carter's contemporary novel, 11 Seasons, 2012, the story revolves around a former football player who embarks on a journey to reclaim his life after abandoning high school. Garnering widespread critical acclaim upon its release, the book earned the prestigious Vogels Literary Award in 2012. Carter, an English teacher, historian, and writer, delves into the profound impact of sports on Australian history, particularly his fervour for the AFL. 11 Seasons, his debut novel, appeals to both adult and teenage audiences, with its compelling narrative set in Melbourne and Australia's Gold Coast. The novel shuttles between the years 1985 and 1991, commencing in 1985 when Jason Dalton, still a high school student, confronts the challenges of an arduous home life. With an absent father and a hard-working nurse for a mother named Christine, who devotes long hours at the local hospital, Jason and his mother struggle financially. Christine diligently saves every penny, aiming to provide them with a better home in a safer neighborhood someday. In Jason's world, football is his sole solace, his source of identity and purpose. A remarkably gifted player, he envisions a future in professional football upon graduating from high school. For Jason, without sports, his existence loses all meaning, and he fears disintegration. Despite Christine's wish for him to divert his attention to academics, he disregards her pleas. Convinced that his mother fails to comprehend his passion and disregards his happiness, he dismisses her attempts to guide him. Jason's primary dilemma lies in the absence of a male role model. He finds it uncomfortable to confide in Christine regarding school or relationships, assuming she wouldn't grasp his concerns. He perceives an inherent advantage for girls at school, believing they face fewer obstacles than their male counterparts. In the realm of attraction, boys tend to notice girls more readily, while girls tend to pay attention to boys who stand out from the rest. For Jason, his only chance at standing out and finding a girlfriend lies in his prowess in sports. However, Christine, his mother, harbors concerns about the violent and unpredictable nature of football. Reading distressing news headlines about football players' off-field misconduct, she fears that Jason may become entangled in such a lifestyle. Despite her worries, Jason dismisses them, convinced that playing professional football is his sole pathway to success. As Jason grows older, he grapples with mounting anger issues that manifest in outbursts and starting fights at school. Christine suspects that his anger stems from the absence of a paternal figure in his life, but Jason adamantly refuses to discuss the matter with her. His obsession with football teeters on the verge of unhealthy fixation, leading to a decline in his academic performance. Helpless in reaching out to Jason, Christine becomes increasingly concerned that he is on the brink of complete self-destruction. Although Jason has girlfriends at school, he fails to treat them with the respect they deserve. Influenced by his football teammates, who objectify girls and encourage Jason to do the same, his behavior towards women becomes toxic. In a bid to address his distorted mindset and his unhealthy fixation on football, Christine makes the difficult decision to reveal the truth about his father. She believes that disclosing his father's identity will serve as a wake-up call, compelling him to reevaluate his priorities. However, she is acutely aware that this revelation comes at the risk of losing Jason forever. With trepidation, Christine discloses to Jason that his father was a footballer, a high school hotshot who believed he could have any girl he desired. Shockingly, he and two of his teammates dishonored and humiliated Christine. Overwhelmed by the truth about his father's actions, Jason redirects his anger and blame towards Christine. He pushes her away and ultimately makes the heartbreaking decision to drop out of high school. The story transitions to the Gold Coast in 1991, where Jason, an unemployed former footballer, finds himself adrift without purpose or prospects for the future. Consumed by anger and bitterness, he spirals into a destructive lifestyle of heavy drinking and seeking solace in the company of prostitutes. However, a chance friendship with one of the prostitutes offers him a glimmer of hope. She suggests that he seeks out his father, believing that confronting him and expressing his emotions may help him release his pent-up anger and embrace a new chapter in life. Intrigued by the idea, Jason decides to follow her advice. Meanwhile, trouble brews at home as Jason contends with an incompatible new roommate, leading him to realize that he is better off living alone. Financially depleted and hitting rock bottom, he recognizes the urgent need to turn his life around. Despite not completing high school, He believes there's still a chance to pursue a career in professional football or perhaps even become a football coach if he can clean up his act. Taking a transformative step, Jason decides to take responsibility for his roommate's neglected and ill-tempered dog, Dundee. Through patient and caring efforts, Jason helps the canine transform from an angry and antisocial creature into a loving and compassionate companion. As Dundee undergoes positive changes, so does Jason, blossoming into a caring and dependable adult. Dundee becomes his closest confidant, and Jason is fiercely committed to protecting him. Determined to seek closure and find his father, Jason finally tracks him down, only to discover that his father had been involved in a car accident years ago and is no longer capable of caring for himself. This meeting provides Jason with the closure he desperately needed, allowing him to release the burdens of the past and forge ahead. Returning to his old high school, he embarks on a new path as a football coach, channeling his passion for the sport to positively impact the lives of young athletes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.